Aleichem Shalom.
What's your name?
My name is Barry Fulop.
What's your Lushan Kodesh name?
My Lushan name is Doiv.
Dave. But your friends call you?
Barry.
Barry. You know what? It's actually not so bad. Barry sounds the same. It's not like your name is Yankee and you go by Steven. All right, so what do you do for Panusa?
I'm one of the co-founders of Duralux architectural canopies. We fabricate and install architectural canopies and pergolas.
So first of all, explain the difference between a canopy and architectural canopy.
Okay, so a canopy basically is an umbrella. It's something that covers you.
Right.
Architectural canopy is something more that is for looks as well. It's nice metal, architectural metal. It's put together, and it looks beautiful. It's not just for.
Give me the average example of what that means. Is it a commercial building? Is it a private house? What's most of your business?
So as I say, it's like cosmetics on a building. It's like the first impression that you see when you walk into a building and you walk up to a retail, a shopping center, to an office building,
oh,
any
so you
commercial
walk, you see the beautiful ceiling. That's you.
Correct.
Someone's got to do that. I get
That's it.
It's interesting because you would think, again, what I find so fascinating about speaking to different businesses here at OJBA is that so many things you take for granted as part of your day-to-day life, someone actually does it. Your average person thinks that they walk into a building and they see these beautiful ceilings. I got a contractor, instead of being like this, he made like this, you know what I'm saying? But no, someone's got to do that. It's an art and a chachma. Okay, so let's back up. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 35.
How did you start this business? Where does a guy say, oh, I like roofs? Like, how does it start?
So basically, I was in the outdoor awning sign industry for the past 14 years. And like 5 years ago, it started to get really popular, those architectural canopies, more like an updated modern look. And there were not a lot of companies doing it. When we tried to get a price for it, we tried to get a quote for something because people asked us for it, and they were like, we had to wait 6 weeks to get an answer that they received our plan and they're going to give us a proposal.
But it's so different than an awning. It's like structure, it's raining, it's a whole different animal.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal, but it's basically the same industry. It's a similar industry.
Interesting.
So we started thinking that it might be a good idea to open up our own. So we started a fabrication shop. We fabricate ourselves here in New York, New Jersey, and it's been going good since then, basically, 5 years ago.
How many people work in your company today?
Today, in the office, we have like 10 people. Fabrication shop, we have another 7-8 people, and then installation, we have another 8 to 10 people.
30 people company, it's very, that's a solid company. So most of the work that you do is, like you said, buildings. I'm assuming some residential as well, correct?
5% of our business is residential, 95% is commercial.
And obviously I'm assuming it's mostly new construction, right?
Yes, most of it.
Because it's hard to renovate it and put that in, you know what I'm saying?
Correct, because you have to have structure and you have to have everything to it.
Right, so my question is this, you have a very unique business and it's pretty and it's nice and when you see the museums or, stuff like that. But the question is, you're coming to an architect or to a developer, you say, look, I know you plan on building a roof, but let me offer you a better roof that's going to cost you more money, right? Essentially. So how do you make that sale? It's a luxury item in a certain sense, Again, I know you're going to say no and adds to the value. I'm sure you'll say that, but explain how do you make that sale?
Okay, so basically where we start, Taka, is we go to architects and designers that are involved earlier in the process in order to put it into plan, in order to get those into plan, and they should do architectural, a prefabricated canopy.
For sure.
It is expensive. There are cheaper ways of doing it, but what I sell is basically, I show them just 2 pictures, and they say right away, we want this.
Wow.
We have one of the big architectural firms in New Jersey. They're building their own building now, and they were like, we gave them a quote it was pretty high because they put in a lot of canopies. They like those architectural stuff. They put in a lot of stuff. It was a pretty high quote. They didn't have it in their budget.
What's a high quote?
High quote for not a big building. The whole building.
No, for their building. How much did it cost?
For the building, it was $200,000.
Okay.
And they didn't have it in the budget. It's not a big building. It's a small building. And basically, they were like, it's not in our budget. But they're telling me they can go cheaper to a steel guy, do it out of steel and whatever.
How do you make it? Let's describe it for a second before you continue.
It's made with architectural aluminum, basically. With heavy gauge aluminum. It's not cheap metal. It's heavy pieces of aluminum put together in a shop and then powder coated.
And then glass is obviously glass involved.
Glass involved sometimes as well. Yes, we cover sometimes the frame with glass.
Right? Isn't it? Most are not all glass, really?
Most are not glass.
That's
no.
So interesting. So back to this company. So they said, yeah, we could do it cheaper for steel, but yeah.
But I really want to work with you. We have to come up with a way that we can work with you. At the end of the game, we brought it down to we brought down another $30,000 because we value engineered the project, and they're ready to pay for us more than the steel company. They're architects, they understand to it, and they wanted it as the nicest on their building.
I am assuming that to a degree it adds value to a property, right? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, what your company does is, what's the name of your company again?
Duralux.
There's the wow factor, right? At the end of the day, it's the wow factor. You walk, you're like, whoa, that's cool, right? You know what I mean? Do you have in your house, do you have a pergola?
No.
No? But do you build outdoors ones as well, or it's mostly indoor buildings? That's mostly what you do.
We do outdoors. What do you mean by indoor?
No, like you say, pergolas, outdoor stuff. What do you do? What I understand, if I understood correctly, was in a building, when you walk inside, there's that domed roof, right?
Not really. It's on the outside. It's the roof on the outside that comes out on top of the entrance, basically.
That's what you do. Okay, I
Yes.
understand that.
So it's the first impression when you're still outside in the parking lot or on the street.
How would you describe it different than a regular awning that goes across the board?
A regular awning usually is made out of materials, fabrics, and it looks cheaper. Doesn't have the high-end look.
And what makes yours? What makes you Duralux? What makes you unique?
Durability and luxury.
Explain that. Try to explain. Define what that is.
So basically, our things last forever. They're made out of heavy gauge aluminum. They don't rust because it's aluminum. It's powder coated. So powder coating lasts 20 years plus. You never have to replace them. Technically,
Wow.
a regular awning, you have to replace the fabric, the vinyl. You have to redo it after time. It's actually part of the building. It's not like something in addition.
Interesting. Do you do like small stores as well, or just focus on big stuff?
We do some small stores, but we mostly do big construction, new retail, and that stuff. For whole retail shopping centers,
Wow.
big office buildings and stuff.
So, in other words, let's explain what that is, right? You walk into a retail shopping center or a strip mall, for example, right? There's a stores, and then there's always, you're walking underneath something, or at least that's what you do.
Correct.
Wow, that's a hard pitch. In other words, what is your first year at OJBA?
No, the fifth, I think.
Fifth. Wow. Have you seen real money from here?
Yes, we have.
Let's hear. Give me an example. Someone gave you business from here.
So actually, my first sale was from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever in your life?
And not ever in my life. My first sale with this company.
Wow.
And not
So
for
in
me,
this company?
and not a Yiddish contractor.
Wait. That means, hold on a second. You, before starting your company, took a booth here, or something like that, or you came as an
No,
attending?
we started a company.
Yeah.
And we took a booth.
And before you had your first sale, you came here.
Yes.
That's a cool
we
story.
We did a little bit signage to make money on the side, but
That's a story. And someone gave you business here. Wow.
Yes.
So that's interesting, by the way, that it's an investment within the business to be here, to network.
Correct.
And
it worked out, Baruch Hashem.
That's very cool. What's the best move you ever made in your business?
The best move, starting the business.
Really? Was that hard for you? Is it hard?
Yes, it was hard. It's still hard, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's hard because, like you said, you work in a place, you have a salary, you have parnassa. Now you're on your own. You do this. Are you a single owner of this business?
No.
You have a partner?
Yes.
Who's your partner?
His name is Mr. Fleischman.
You guys work. How'd you guys start the business together? How'd you meet him?
We were together in the awning sign industry before that with different companies.
So you seem like a very jolly, friendly, nice person. But what advice would you give to somebody who's at an event like this? How to network, how to meet people, how to be friendly like that? What advice would you give?
Just walk around with a smile and meet people, and that's about it.
Say what you do.
That's it.
I love that. Okay, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
You did a great job. Fantastic.
Thank you.